So this morning started off a little dicey, coming off last week where I had a pretty rough 4 days in a row after a really great Monday. I took a few losses this morning, but here are a few things I did right. One was just keeping the losses to a minimum, and two, starting with just one contract, but adding as my confidence in the trade grew. NAS is going to open down about 0.3%. Been in a little bit of a downtrend overnight. And so we're looking to see if we can break that out of a 690-minute demand. Below that, I have 4-hour demand. So looking to see if we can crack this trend line here. Markets are open. We're up into VWAP. So broke that trend line I had mentioned. Rejection off 63.25. Back down into VWAP. Kind of like longs here, but still early. I don't know if I like it enough to put risk on here. It's not an A+ setup or anything. And coming off a rough 4 days, I think I should be patient. All right, we might get a little pop here. I'm gonna try a long. If we don't get momentum, I'll just step aside, but was looking for a little momentum pop here. I might kill this here. It's not getting the momentum. All right, take the trade off. I need it to pop a little bit faster, not just reject. So I don't like it as much now. I think being able to kill a trade, even if it's not at your stop, if it's not looking as good, I mean, take it off, not a big deal. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that. I'm watching to see if ES kind of double tops here at 30-minute supply or not. So far, it's looking all right, but again, it's low volume, it's small body candles. On NAS, we got wicks. It's just nothing too exciting at the moment. I really wouldn't mind seeing a rejection up here and a move lower. I love chasing waterfalls, you know that. I'm gonna short. If it wants to pop a little higher, I'll stop out, but we do have some volatility picking up here and we might get a nice flush here, so I'd like to be in for it. I might step aside on this one. All right, I'm gonna cut it off early again. I did take 2 losses and it's less than what I would normally take on one, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna try the short one more time. Nice selling there on ES. Definitely have an uptrend, a little bit of a channel here. So until that breaks, we can continue to grind higher. Looks pretty good for a pop higher here. I think I'll just take a stop on push of highs. ES looking a little less bullish. I mean, it pretty much came right back down to VWAP. No bullish consolidation like we got here on NAS. Yet another test of 502.5, 502.25 is where we've been rejected. There's the pop. So lost a couple points there on that volatility, the little snap. I do have another supply level, 90-minute supply, but we've just been grinding through these supply levels. Do have some stuff overhead, 528, 529-ish. I would be surprised if we just grind through that without any issue. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback. Hot Friday highs and overnight highs. Nice. Let this break first before I try again, I think. Unless something looks really, really worth trying, I think just let the trend line break. 5 minute is just ripping, yeah. Let me flip my mindset though. Let me see, okay, what would look good for a long? Location to me is the issue that makes it hard to long. If we hold up here for a while, then I like it more and more and more. It seems like 500 would be around the best spot, test of 500. So that's kind of close to the trend line. So I would say like an intersection here, if that holds, maybe I'd be interested in a long. If it looks, if everything still looks bullish, I'd be like, all right, I guess that's a reasonable spot to try a long, go with the trend. However, location wise, sweeping the previous day high, the overnight highs like that, and already feeling sus about the move, I do like to see if the short side will play out. I mean, I could buy a pullback. Just go with this trend, I guess. Okay, I guess I'm long, I don't know. I don't know if I love it, but I mean, well, let's just see. Watch this be the short that I've been waiting for. So here's the trend line. Might be engulfing here on the 5. I'm gonna tighten up here, and then maybe we are setting up for the short I wanted, so maybe I gotta get out of the way here and we can get a short ready, but let's see. Okay, I'm out. That's what happens when I try to go long, I guess. Let's see if we get any decisive break or decisive buy up. Here's VWAP on ES, so we are breaking the trend line. I might short this again. Come on, give me a W, please. I'm gonna add a contract, probably around 505. Short 2 here. I'm gonna put another one on. I'm gonna be short 3 here. Getting pretty close to with my order. I was about 5 points away from the fill. There's the fill on 1. I'm still short 2. So if we get a VWAP bounce here, I don't really want to take too much heat on that. So I'll go ahead and look to take profit. This neighborhood maybe. Boom, boom. Sick. There's the fill. Let's recap the trades. This was a long, and I decided to cut a little early. It would have worked out a little bit. Probably would have been a break-even play there. I tried the short here, shorted 80. Took another quick kill. I shorted 90 because I'm stubborn, and took a little bit bigger loss. If we pushed high a day, I'd be out. There was a strong push. It stopped me out for a little bit more than I had planned, for a few extra points of slippage there. Okay, and then I was like, all right, stop being so hard-headed with a short idea. Just go with the trend. So trend's your friend, right? So I took a long, looking for just like kind of a retest here. Stopped out there. And then I was like, all right, well, now we're finally below this trend line. I still like my short idea, so I got in short. As we confirmed that we're actually staying below this trend line and not just sweeping below, doing a little peek below and get back above the trend line, that can get you too. So once it seemed like we weren't doing that, I decided to add. Took one off at VWAP and then the rest off at low of day. The other thing that helped me with that trade, by the way, the 1OP, a nice bearish cross here after sweeping. I started looking, I'm like, all right, okay, maybe this short idea is on the table, and start looking for price action to confirm. Now, for a trade I took off stream, this was on my personal account. This is literally one of my favorite setups. There's a lot of things, a lot of boxes to check for a reversal, and this one checked all of them. So first was a bounce at the overnight low. It's also a demand zone. We also had a bullish 1OP cross. The 1OP is an indicator I use. It's a proprietary one with this platform called Option Stalker. That's one of the things I really like to have confirmation of for a reversal. So double bottom at demand at overnight lows, 1OP bullish cross. We then put in a higher low. I actually got in before the higher low was put in because I really liked the other confluences that was checking off for this reversal. And I took it off just under VWAP. I was in a meeting at the time, so I didn't really have to closely monitor this trade. But when I glanced over, saw us slowing down a little bit right under VWAP, I decided to go and take the profit so I could kind of refocus with the meeting I was in. All in all, 2 really, really great trades, and just having larger green trades, cutting those losers quick, has been helpful for me, and would like to continue this momentum going into the rest of the week and really get through both these 150K combines. So thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.